कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, the language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen, yaar, don't be so conservative. All right. Happy morning for all of us. The live show, of course, for the 8 people watching. Great to know that we put up a great 10 matches. And we shouldn't make fun of the fact that the main, most important key game, we sort of didn't turn up. But, second is good. I've always believed, I myself, my career is like second, third, seventh, 10th. Never seen first ever. So, I'm totally with it. I'm very happy. Good morning, Sri.
What
and
are
good
you
morning,
talking
Puneet.
about, Cyrus?
I know. I think I'm on a live breakfast show for ABC Australian Broadcasting.
What was there some match yesterday?
There was.
No one
Apparently
knows what
apparently there was a match, but only Australians knew about it.
happened.
And had a good
They're
time.
delusional country, I'm telling you.
Australians
Yeah.
and the protester from Palestine.
Yeah. Wait, all the protesters from Palestine.
We're not sure. They
Not
won't
sure,
show us
nothing,
anything. I have to guess
nothing, yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I-
It's like couples 175. You never know whether it happened or not.
Was it really 175 or was it 176?
We have to
White
be
man's
very
burden.
careful, Cyrus,
Yeah,
help
The
us.
brown man go up. Yeah.
People are looking for scapegoats right now, so we should be careful with
See,
what we say.
I hate the fact that we can sit and gloat about this because we should never do it. But
Mhm.
most of us, at least I remember the great Akash Mehta,
Mm.
one of our pioneers,
Mm.
and me saying the Panvati charm thingy that,
Mhm.
lose one game,
Mm.
get it out of your system, and then when the finals and all come about,
Ah.
I'm a big believer in that, man. I'm
And it
sorry.
did happen. They lost one game.
They lost
finally,
one game.
You know?
Yeah,
they
they
heard you.
Unfortunately, they thought it was the quarters.
Yeah. It is. It's just how
Well,
it is.
Win some, lose
You
final.
realize the Indian cricket team is the RCB of world cricket.
Yeah. How many finals did RCB make? Not that many.
Not
either.
many, yeah.
So I don't think
Two
RCB
finals these guys
Yeah.
made, but both clobbered.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
sorry, yeah.
I suppose it's the feeling the Congress are having at the moment. no?
Yes.
Will we be able to come close or
Still
not?
the only government to have won a World Cup for India.
That
There you go.
continues.
2011 and 83, right?
And 2007 as well, if you
So
count that
you
one.
politicize the whole thing immediately. The
Hey.
great man was on
No,
stage,
no,
by the way, giving away the World Cup.
Yes,
I won't
yes.
take names. Puneet?
Yes.
Did you see how he walked away after the World Cup, or was there just like a
No,
perspective?
they were shouting to come off. Both the deputy prime
Both of
minister
them.
and the prime minister to leave the stage
Hmm.
because this is the athletes' moment, and they want all of them to come
But
and
then
take the
why
cup.
did the captain look so lost after they left? He looked like
No,
he's
he was
being
trying to
left-
get his team on, but they were
Ah.
congratulating. They were being congratulated by these luminaries.
It is.
And
It
so they
looks
were
like that.
It is.
So unfortunately, there was an obstacle between the team members meeting each other and holding the cup. And I won't mention what exactly, but yeah.
It is. It is typical of the great man that he thought, "Hey, is this something that I can take credit for as well?" Like,
Well, I thought
can I just swoop in?
it would have been great if, at the fall of the fourth wicket,
Mm.
instead of Jadeja, if he came on. And I'm not saying Gujarati. I'm just saying,
No, no, not at all.
Would have been a
That
Yeah.
was Kamra's joke. No?
Yeah.
That he's afraid that the NRIs will get him to bat in Australia.
Afraid the NRIs will get him to bat in
but in
Australia.
If we are in a bad situation.
but
inside the ground.
Adelaide wicket is quite tame. Huh?
Yeah.
I've got to tell you. So it depends which wicket you pick. But then again, they play the night cricket there where the ball does swing and
Yes.
move a lot.
You saw
Yes.
that meme where
Same,
they
brother.
showed 83 World Cup, Indira Gandhi standing, then
Yeah.
11 में Manmohan standing,
Yeah.
and 23 only Mota Bhai and Modi are standing and Kela Hath.
I will not laugh, Puneet, at your mean humor,
But, okay.
offensive humor.
All the-
Blame the government for India's loss.
all the
For once,
peripheral-
they're really not responsible.
All the peripheral talk aside, Cyrus, take a moment, please. Vent
Yes,
out.
please.
Everyone wants to know what you think of the finals of the tournament.
Even
So,
the
yeah.
trains are not crowded today. I think people are more.
It is a national
Puneet-
day of mourning. Yeah.
Puneet, Sriram came here half an hour before the show and we've discussed cricket for half an hour.
Yeah.
He wants me to repeat everything all over again.
Yeah.
Don't we take the angst out now before we start the show and
Yeah.
bore everybody here?
Please.
The last thing they want to know is that.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
we all made the same jokes. Now how will the Aussies celebrate? It's a dry state, blah, blah, blah. What
Yeah,
a waste of
yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
But the Australian High Commission, that's Australia.
Yeah.
So you can do what you want
Technically
there.
in
You
the
can
embassy,
party.
yeah.
Yeah.
In
People
fact, you
have-
could go to any
People
high
have rights
commission.
there. Yeah. Well, to cut a long story
Yes.
short, in hindsight, it looks like Pat Cummins did everything right.
Mm,
I mean, we all thought, wow, he's going to bowl first. I mean, that's odd,
mm,
but he did it.
mm.
And India started decently well with Rohit
Mm.
Sharma once again, 47 of 30.
Mm.
But that middle period was terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just didn't get off.
Yeah.
Oh, well, wrong phrase. We just didn't get going. Again, wrong phrase.
Yeah.
Help me.
We just didn't take our pants off and jerk ourselves in the middle of
we
the
didn't
pitch.
go from foreplay to full coitus.
Yes.
That was the problem.
Yeah.
We did everything badly. There's nothing to talk about.
No, I see. But in the
No,
game,
outplayed us in every
no,
department.
but Puneet, at 47 for 3, when Smith was LBW, I thought we had the game, honestly, because it,
one 5-minute spell.
no, those next 20, 30 runs were crucial.
Yeah.
Once they got to about 18,
And that's
19,
the difference between the two innings, right?
Yeah.
Basically, when Australia was down,
it was
3
the same,
quick
3
wickets,
down, 3 down. And
Yeah.
at the
People are
same
blaming
point.
the
yeah.
crowd now. That the crowd was all nalla.
We'll talk about the crowd in a bit. But about
Also,
the
make up your
match
mind.
call,
Are we wearing orange or blue? Because some of them are in blue and a few of them are in orange, and I'm confused.
So
So
training kit
no.
versus...
no, is it Holland you're supporting? I mean, what? Because as a cricket lover, let me look at my football lover here.
Yes.
Orange is...
It's home and away kit, no,
Yeah.
Rishi?
Oh, is it? Okay. Wow. So which one is home?
It is away technically, that's why, yeah. But...
we are laughing. Nobody else is laughing.
yeah, hey, we are all cool.
People are crying.
Okay, so we'll quickly wrap up the match in terms of... Okay,
I think Puneet was actually trying to elaborate. Let him just finish.
On the crowd?
No, you were talking about the loss from the beginning. In your mind, we lost from the start.
Yeah.
We
Nothing.
lost the toss, we lost the match, and that's it.
everything.
That's Puneet's worldview generally, not just about the match, but yeah.
I like Puneet's specific point here.
Yeah.
There
We
no,
lost.
We were all looking at a cricket match. Puneet was looking at the state of the world,
This is like Kapil Dev's Peter West interview. Have you all, do you remember that? 1986? Look how I
I
bully
was
them.
1 year old.
You
I
remember
don't
91-year-old and whatever the hell you were.
Hmm.
In 86, so we beat them 2-0 in England.
Hmm.
A series which is forgotten for some reason.
Hmm.
Chetan Sharma, 14 wickets. Vengsarkar century, blah, blah, blah. 2 centuries in 3 tests.
Hmm.
And at the end, because 2-0 out of 3 tests against, big England team, David Garr getting all that. So the interview is going on. Peter West is a guy, very famous, very, very British, stiff upper lip, well-dressed, all that.
Typical 80s
Yeah.
cricket.
Yeah,
guy,
all that.
yeah.
No, and the BBC had a certain distinguished, gravitas and all that.
Yeah.
And then we had our rustic captain who was
Yeah.
super talent and all, but easy. So the Kapil Dev, success, unbelievable for India. Can you tell us what is the secret to India's success? 2-0. Our batsman bat well, bowler bowl well, fielder field well, we win. Now, Peter West had no second question. Because the philosophy of cricket is simplified and rudimentary philosophy, which is perfect.
Yeah.
Bat well, bowl well, field well, buzz off.
Yeah.
So he was like, oh, okay. That's it.
Yeah.
Game, set, match.
Yeah.
And this what applies.
So this
to
is the original Inshallah boys played well. Is it?
yeah, well, something like that. Anyway, I've already cried. I don't know about you guys, and I've gone through all the emotions. Then I started supporting Australia. This is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
You know how guys, when they feel the BJP is too strong, they say, okay, chalo, let's support.
That's what I was going to say. Australia is the BJP of ODI cricket right now. They just keep
muscle
winning.
their way into it. So
Yeah,
they
they
give them
just like
respect.
every
Did
generation.
Ponting
They just
say
keep-
that the
And don't forget-
mafia of cricket has
Glenn-
something like that.
No, but Glenn Maxwell is Hindu now. No? He married a Tam Ram.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that's, of
Yeah.
course. You
Yeah.
can't marry a Tam
He had
Ram
a
and not
kid
become...
also, no, recently?
Yeah, a
Yeah.
Bram Tam.
Brampton.
Sri, come on, you tell us. If you mate with a Tam Ram, you become a Tam Ram, right? So you're no longer Australian.
We tried to work with the Parsi Panchayat to enforce similar
Yeah.
rules, but we couldn't. I
What's the
don't know
game
how
called? Who
much.
can be more racist? The Tam Ram or the Parsi? Finals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
was,
well done.
Traveling at the time, and I thought
You were traveling?
Yeah.
What a life.
Coming
World
back-
War One, you were traveling. World War Two, you were traveling. World Cup final, you're traveling. Why are you always traveling?
partition.
Traveling everywhere except.
He was born when the world was traveling.
Yeah.
I was hoping the train compartment also be like a festive atmosphere. At least buzz will be there.
Yeah.
But it's silent. So I didn't have to check the score. I knew ki hag rahe hai log.
Anyway, the good news is that today I was able to rep out for 3 reps.
Mm.
The
You
32
took it
kilo-
all out on the
32
gym.
kilo dumbbells,
Mm.
which is roughly 70 pounds
Mm.
for standing push press. for
Okay.
shoulders.
Okay.
Not bad, no?
Well, you imagine like, okay, this is, Travis Head scoring a century.
I told you I
like,
switched.
and- okay. Oh, okay.
I
that
always
way,
want to be in the winning side, bro.
Oh, okay.
I
Fair enough.
at about what? I think most of us switched at
He's
130 for
on
3, 140 for 3. The moment went under 100 to win. I'm
That's a great observation.
switch.
Depending on
Why
when
do
you
that?
switch to Australia, I switch at 179
It's like-
for 3, but I'm more patriotic than you,
It's
Cyrus.
like
Yeah.
when I'm outside, I look at all the other girls and I like them and I get very turned on and all that
Yeah.
naughty thoughts.
Yeah.
As I enter my building, I look at my wife in my head immediately. And
And then you become gay, like
I become
suddenly.
gay or whatever it takes.
okay.
But I conform to the region.
Yes.
And I accept defeat or victory as because the perspective
enough.
is the same,
Fair
actually.
In Rome.
Well, not really. Have you been to Malabar Hill? It's not
Do
Rome.
as the gay people do. I don't know,
Valkyrie
what
from
is
Malabar
that?
Hill is not Rome. Not even after the gods massacred people in Rome.
Really? All your buildings are named after like Persepolis.
Yeah,
Like
it's Persepolis.
Okay,
and
huh.
just
that's Greek. Sorry, huh, my bad.
yeah, just want to say one thing. Non-English speaking Indians name buildings, and this is why it happens.
Hmm.
They just find a name which they can't say. You want to, I want to call this Sequin. What is Sequin? Sea Queen. Acha, acha, acha. Neptune.
Yeah.
Oedipus.
Oh yeah, Il Palazzo.
Il
That's
Palazzo.
the sort of name. Yeah.
Il
that is-
Plaggio. Il Plaggio.
Yeah.
The most popular one is Paradigm.
Yeah. That's why do not attack buildings.
That's a South Indian name.
Aren't you
Paradigm.
grateful? Puneet, aren't you grateful that now we have Loda?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
No?
But with that, they'll have the Imperio
Bus.
or whatever. Like
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah, that's
traditional
true.
thing. No,
yeah, Loda is very right wing, guys. Good
But
for
listen,
everybody.
when I'm driving through Palm Beach, I see Manhattan and all that. It's amazing.
Mm.
And then next to it is Balwas or something. It's just the difference.
Wait,
The
yeah,
best
yeah.
is Kanakya Paris in BKC.
Yeah.
Have you passed through that? It is such a depressing area.
Bro, I got an offer to
So
buy.
it's going over a canal, which is a gutter, but it's still, it's close.
Somebody sent me a message to buy land in, buy a flat in New Cuff Parade, which is Vadala.
Yes.
I'm like, really? That's not even close. What do you? How can you just? Who does that? It's so unfair,
So in Paris, they actually have a small Eiffel Tower in the children's garden made of wire.
Really?
Yeah. कुछ तो करना
That
पड़ेगा.
is, yeah. It's like, how.
But how big is the Eiffel Tower? Now, be careful.
Hey,
First floor,
it's
first
not the size of the Eiffel Tower size, it's the way you use it. That's how
your,
they. That's
your
what they say.
euphemisms are not allowed on the show, even though it's a private one. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Punch stays there. Saurabh Punch.
Saurabh Pant. So it's Eiffel Tower.
He stays in Paris.
really,
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because he's from this thing, no? His parents were in the IFS or IS?
In the services. I
In
don't
the
know which
services.
one,
So they've done
You
well.
think he's not capable of getting a
No,
building on his own
done very
success?
well. That's why
I won't stand for that. Saurabh's a dear friend. Huh?
Saurabh is a very, very success. Anyone who says no to coming on a podcast is success. That's the way we value it.
Hey, if that
Okay.
means if being successful means saying no to coming here, I never want to be successful.
Oh my God, guys!
Yes.
Abhishek Chandrasekhar says I live near an apartment called Ramanan Shri, California.
Yeah.
As we become more powerful,
And that building only is in California.
That-
Ramana Shri is the main.
He's a Bramtam. No,
He's
Yes.
a Bramtam. Yeah.
Hey, what is that word in Tamil? Mapla. Maple.
Mapillai.
Maple.
Which is
Ma Pillai is actually Malayalam.
No.
which is
There's a mother of the Mr.
which is the
Pillai.
groom, right?
Right.
Essentially, or like
Maple
the
is
son-in-law, or whatever.
No,
What are you going to give us Tamil lessons now? We just got humiliated and Shreyas Gill's got
I know.
nothing. What are you talking about?
You call Shreyas Gill. You combine the two players.
Shreyas Gill. Yeah.
The
He's
two
a
of them
pun-
together
He's a
would
tampon.
make one
He's a
player.
tampon.
Okay, but
But a lot of, you can take back, going last thing on the cricket thing, is a lot of useless runs we made. We could just take those runs and put them in the final.
yeah.
Unnecessary runs. made
That's what
somewhere
it should
in the
be.
tournament.
We should reimagine tournament cricket where
Yeah.
you have an overall score, and then like Duckworth Lewis it or something, and
Himisha says in Bangalore, there's a Disney themed society, only statues of Mickey, Minnie. Wow.
wow, that is
I finally
interesting.
know politicians.
Although
Mickey
it's odd,
Mouse,
although it's odd,
Minnie
Amy Shah, that Disney hasn't sued the society because they
And,
will come
Disney
for
was
you.
famously racist, wasn't he? A bit of a... He didn't like the colored people so much.
Really?
Yeah.
But
Which
These
is
are
odd because
animals. These are
he
animals.
stole all their folk tales and made it his. No,
Yeah.
that was
In a
that was-
vault.
yeah.
Funny man.
The cryogenized what?
Okay, let's see what the gentlemen and women are saying. Okay, Kiran, Mapila is Malayali origin. Oh, now buzz off. Sriram, buzz off.
That's different.
You can't even do this right.
That's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
The Maple is like a groom who is eligible.
And
That's
now,
what-
Especially because he's NRI.
That's what Kiran says. No,
now
in
my
Malayalam
Sindhi
it means
friend who
son-in-law.
fled Pakistan is telling us about Malayalam vis-a-vis Tamil.
Yeah.
Okay, this country sucks.
This is This
No,
reminds
really,
me
we
of
need to
how I
leave.
once met a
Parsis, join me. Gateway of India. The boat leaves at 12.
to Alibag.
To Alibag.
Non-veg only. Boss, Alibag is the first stop. No. Let's not over. Last time we made it the wrong turn and now I'm not saying
Okay,
anything.
overall final thoughts on the World Cup. It's been what?
Don't
2
use the word
months?
final loosely like
2
that.
months of cricket. 2 months of cricket.
I don't want to say I told you so and all that, but
Yeah.
okay, let's look at it from let's not get into this whole patriotic jingoistic move.
Hmm.
Just go out and look at it from the point of view of cricket.
Mhm.
I think it was a great spectacle in the end of the day
Mhm.
because Australia comes back after losing 2 matches.
Mm.
They're 130 for nothing. Sri Lanka
Yeah.
batting first against
Yeah.
them in match 3.
Yeah.
Pat Cummins turns it around.
Yeah.
and they win that game
Yeah.
against a run of play, and then they keep winning,
And
and then they have those magic
and keep
games
winning,
like
yeah.
Glenn Maxwell.
Game, keep winning against like just when their backs to the wall.
Correct.
That's
What about the game against the one with New Zealand, which, what, 380 odd, chasing 388 or something? The 5-run difference and went to the second last ball. So they had a little luck of the brave, if you want.
Yeah.
And in the end, India massacred people. I don't think there's any close game.
Yeah.
The closest was the first Chennai game against Australia. Where they got 4 of our wickets. We were 5 for 3, right? After that, there's no contest in those 10 wins. Innings victory, in a sense.
Yeah.
And then this is...
Which is why I think Australia... Do you think that played in the Australians' mind? If not for that Kohli drop catch, they knew that they could beat India, right? So they sort of knew that they had India's numbers sort of...
Puneet, if you remember the Chennai game, if it was 24-4...
Very vividly, Puneet was there.
24-4 chasing 200 odd would have been a different game.
Kohli dropped the catch yesterday.
No. Kohli, well, that was between them. It went between them. Shubman Gill and these things happen. Because in India, boundaries are not clear.
Yeah.
Boundaries are, look at any state. Look at Karnataka and Maharashtra. We're not sure.
Yeah.
I have a guy who used to work at CnBC with us who's not sure if he's Maharashtrian or Karnataka. He speaks both languages.
He's from Belgaum then.
He's from Belgaum. You're right. Or Belgium, as the French called it.
Yes.
That place down south.
No boundary. Mom just comes in, doesn't knock on the door.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. But now you're only with yourself, no?
Yeah.
What are you hiding now, bro? Nothing your parents ain't seen.
Okay.
I just want to finish that point, which is basically that from a sport point of view, again, a romantic point of view, Australia coming back into the tournament and winning and not having the kind of, sort of mass behemoth-like size of victory that Indians and Indian team had.
Yeah.
So from that point of view, India looked like number one clear favorites, and then they don't.
Which is the question I want to pose to you: is that did this Indian performance seem like the Australian victory seemed like very India 1983 World Cup victory, which is
that's what they were saying on air also because against the run. But 83, honestly, Puneet, you were too young. You were 1 year old. But I got to tell you something.
-2. But
when we started that, we had won in Bernice and West Indies. We had beaten them in one game. We lost 2-1, and we lost the Test series 2-0, and rain saved us and all that just before the World Cup. And nobody took it seriously. But we won that one game, and everybody was saying, well, how do we beat the mighty West Indies in the West Indies in one game? So there was that was the only flicker of hope. Then we beat them again in the first match that we played them. Subsequently, we lost to them in the second. They played everybody twice. And then we won the game. But again, nobody expected us to win. So I cannot accept that 83 is, can't match it for me.
In terms of caliber of team, it's not,
2003, solid Indian team. One of the top 3 teams in the world. 11 top 3 teams in the world. This tournament, top team in the world. A white ball. At
with
least.
home advantage.
All that, fine.
Yeah.
But top team. And then, as Puneet Pania says,
I
things
think
just
we are
didn't work out.
splitting hairs. I'll go by the analysis I heard in the train while coming here.
Which is always correct.
After 15 minutes of discussion,
was it Harsha Bogle? Because apparently they attacked him. He said, "Oh, your fault."
It's Harsha Bogi in the train.
The regular guys 10 minutes to discuss final analysis was कि umpire पर मारा चुद होता.
Well, both the umpires were called Richard.
I personally do not like hate for umpires. I generally support the umpires because they are the ones who are, keeping it going. If umpires weren't there, there'd be a brawl in every sports game.
I don't know what they're complaining about. They got their own movie.
Think they are like the referees in wrestling, no? They have an in-ear. And they tell them what to do.
That's true.
In wrestling at least.
Okay, so great. But I don't. One thing I want to complain. I hate the negotiation that people do. Like, hey, you know what? At least we had such a great tournament. No, you lost like that's every tournament. 2003 at least.
No, that's when you die.
Tournament.
When somebody turns on, at least he lived 71 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's philosophy. You use
every
philosophy.
tournament you can find a 2007 we didn't do well at all, but at least we didn't get murdered like Bob Bulmer.
Very mean. This coping mechanism for those people who think they are responsible. Let's say Bunty is responsible for the team's performance.
I think Cyrus, we were talking about this. The cycle of self-pity is so huge, which you want to get out of, right?
Like, no, but good thing is at least you're not thinking of stoning cricketers and all like in the 70s and 80s.
Oh, good old days.
Yeah, good old days. Yeah, true. And now they have big houses.
Now they have to go to work on Monday.
No, the thing is
now, take an off and go and
now,
pelt a few houses.
If you stone, let's say, Rohit Sharma's house, you just move to the next one because he's got like 7.
Yes.
Right? So,
yes.
But in the old days,
one house he bought specifically just come and pelt stones here. I bought
but
that.
Back in the 80s, you throw something in Ravi Shastri's house, you're like, bro, I only got one more piece of land in Alibag.
Yeah, that's not done. Yeah. That's why Azhar's house you could stone. He had property everywhere.
Had 2 already because one was next to my in-laws.
Oh, really?
My dad and I used to go and do our little, puja.
You pelted his house, OG house.
My father was so bored with the whole wedding reception in Hyderabad till I told him Azhar's house is nearby. Yeah, let's go. So, like, how you guys go to Shah Rukh Khan's Manat and all that, you film lovers.
Yeah, in fairness,
cricket lovers do that.
In fairness, everywhere Sangeeta Bijlani was there.
Listen, the washman said the Azhar Sahab, he had just married again. Yahan pe nahi rehta hai. and his other house was somewhere else. The old house is in
Was
Banjara
this
Hills.
before or after the match fixing?
Before.
Well before.
But
But
he
that
was
doesn't change-
before it came
that
to
does-
light. He
that
was
doesn't-
at that time glory days. He was doing a
That
lot of
doesn't
it
change
and
the magical.
raking it.
That doesn't change the magical wrist of us. Then I would still stand outside the. I mean, for me as a young, I mean, I was young then, 29.
Mm.
You only can get married when you're young and stupid.
You know, when
Yeah.
Azhar opens the gates of his house,
He
he
doesn't
uses
open the
amazing wrist work. You know, like
Yeah,
it's a unique lock. Just a wrist you have to like flick
Yeah,
it. You know,
yeah,
like it's a beautiful gate.
or he
yeah.
calls someone. I mean,
When do you think when Azhar masturbates, he uses the wrist work is so great?
why?
You know, it's-
Why? What has he done? Really?
Yeah, sorry,
Uh,
but
my
my
dead
bad.
father showed respect.
my bad,
Uh,
my bad, my.
Go back into your hole, Mr.
Sorry.
Pramtam.
There are two things we need to discuss before
Yes.
we move
Oh,
on.
you're the head of this show.
No,
No, go
Sriram,
for it.
but
Yes.
Okay, you're fired apparently.
Thank you.
He's just taken
I-
over.
That's the turf. I
Because
like
on
to
the
be.
train he heard Aristotle speak. Bolo sir, kya suna tu?
On the train, Puneet changed.
Puneet's
his
got a
life,
great,
yeah.
you know, Puneet, you got to
Is this
get out.
sort
Of, he's got to get out of jail card.
Yeah.
Every time he talks to the audience, if they think it's too much, but
Yeah.
train, pe
Train,
suna.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
completely
Yeah,
not
I
my
didn't say it, yeah.
train of thought.
Yeah, yeah.
like the startup foundation, I heard that Uber drivers
Yeah,
say this.
Yeah,
It's not me. Huh? Want to hear my views on Arab-Israel
Yeah.
politics? It's not mine.
yeah. It's just sort of
Bogey 63.
I got the third seat today. The guy just came and sat in my lap. I'm like, at least tell me, I'll
Was-
shift back.
If it was
Mm.
Naveen, I understand. Otherwise, what the hell's going on?
That's how Naveen met Puneet first.
You think?
That's how they. Yeah.
They what? They have no relationship.
Pre-comedy.
No.
stuff.
Yeah, and that's how his Bhinder joke came.
Okay,
Like,
go on. What do you saw on the
Puneet
train?
only hates establishment. Naveen
Yeah.
hates everybody. It's totally different
Yeah.
hate.
Yeah.
One is the Palestine guy who came in, and the other is the crowd.
We
at
don't.
the stadium.
Palestine guy. Let's just understand what we're saying. We
Yes.
don't know what his ethnicity is.
Mm.
Yes.
Apparently, he's not Desi.
Mm.
But other than that, we don't know exactly what he is. But he
Mm.
was carrying a placard.
Very
Apparently,
confused.
yeah. Go on.
The report is that he's an Australian, but he's either Chinese or Malaysian in descent.
Yeah.
But I also saw a
Typical
post-
Australian.
So he's like United
No, no,
Nations.
no.
He should protest
No, no.
everyone.
Talk about left arm Chinaman. This is the one that goes the other way. He's a Palestinian from Australia of Chinese descent. Hey, bro, I can't handle world politics anymore. And he's in Ahmedabad
Oh
eating
man.
a Gujarati
Yeah.
thali. I mean, this guy's life is so colorful. Yeah.
This guy, he's like
Wow.
made in a lab
He's
somewhere.
Benetton.
You know?
Benetton's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
where are you? I need you now.
It's
Boarding.
like, they made him in a lab somewhere. You know, hey, let's make a
वो
political
छाछ पी के
prisoner.
hit me बोल रहा है.
Yeah. So
But
what
may I
about
say
him?
one thing?
Ah.
Also, when you come out and you have a struggling KL Rahul and Virat Kohli who are struggling to get the ball
Yeah.
off the pitch,
Yeah.
and then you give them another 5 minutes of distraction, it doesn't necessarily help the batting. I think the fielding side can take a breather, get
Fair
their breath
enough,
back, but
fair
I think
enough.
the batting concentration thing.
Fair enough.
Kapil
Yeah,
used to get
yeah,
out
rhythm,
always.
yeah.
Kapil was hitting the ball hard. There'd be a
Yeah.
lunch break, he'd get out.
Yeah.
There's so much data on that.
Yeah.
Me, for example, if you stop me talking, I lose interest. That's why I talk over you.
Yeah.
Not an impolite, inconsiderate, savage attitude to life and
He was-
narcissism. Not
do
that.
you think it's interesting point that you make, Cyrus? Then do you think they should have just treated Kohli and KL Rahul should have treated him like the side screen? You know, like hey, just turn like slightly here, Palestinian protester, yeah, left,
Listen,
yeah.
I think they were very worried to take a stance.
Mm. Oh, yeah,
no pun
the
intended.
photos, yeah.
So they said,
Yeah.
can you come with another issue?
That'd be great if the protester came
Yeah.
and said, your middle stump guard,
What
no, it's
if-
slightly off.
What
yeah.
if the next 20 minutes everybody turns up? Rohingya community, and then you next, save the oppressed, everybody. Then, commentators are going, and the Aussie commentators have no idea. What is a Boko Haram?
Did
boy.
Glenn Maxwell marry it? You know?
Apparently, this guy done it before also in the Football World Cup. He came with Putin ka kuch.
The same guy?
Yeah, same guy. He's
Are you sure?
I personally am liking this guy because it's an upgrade on Jarvo. Jarvo
Yeah.
became a bit like sort
But
of
Chad was a super smart guy.
Yeah.
He's done it all for mileage, and he's
Yeah.
done very well.
yeah.
But he's
And-
a streaker, no?
No,
He's
he's
not
no,
a
no,
streaker,
no.
He's
He
just a
wears the
troll.
outfit of the team, football
Yeah.
cricket,
Yeah.
and he goes and just immerses himself into
Yeah,
the team.
like he
And
was. Yeah,
For Indian in the Test match, in the
Yeah.
Super Test,
yeah. He.
that the World Championship,
Yeah.
they didn't know for 10 minutes.
Yeah, he
was
got. He
feeling-
gets into the
I-
photographs. and all
I
that,
remember
yeah.
Sri telling me we found our number 4. We found our number. I said no, it's not him.
Yeah, finally Pujara's position in doubt. Yeah,
People are so confused with this guy. So there's a video of him being taken to the police station, and there's a reporter, ANI probably, who's asking him, "Hey, why you do this? Hey, what are your demands?" Like a building uncle
Yeah.
asking some guy
No, no.
who's coming to the building.
When our scribes who are not comfortable in English ask questions, it's like a poochtaj. Because they don't have any politeness.
Yeah,
in the
it
question.
sounds
Why you
very-
What do you mean? Why you coming? What do you want the name?
It's the energy of
lesbian?
your neighborhood uncle. Yeah. huh.
Really?
But it got shared widely on social media at least. And there are right-wing accounts saying if don't share it, he wants mileage.
Yeah.
So everybody shared again. What, this photograph? I said, this is the photograph.
So,
you don't want
so
to
what you're
share
saying
this
is he scored more than KL Rahul. In terms of,
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, let's not do that.
That's a low
I'm a big
blow,
Rahul fan. Rahul,
Low.
I apologize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Poor guy. He and Siraj were in tears at the end of the game.
Everyone was.
But maybe the pants were tight also. Okay, boss. Enough, guys. Stop. Sure, we can't do that. We can't be those guys.
My question about the Palestinian protester is that he had Palestinian mask, Palestinian like t-shirt, pants. Do you think his underwear was also Palestinian flag? Just
Your point being,
no, just how committed to it.
you just want to bring
After
retail
they caught
into.
him, no, they took the t-shirt off probably and
Uh-huh.
they made him
No,
a
Puneet,
book my show t-shirt.
Book my show t-shirt, huh?
Shriram wants to bring retail into the whole story.
Yeah,
Okay, now how many shops there are selling all these?
yeah.
things?
It
And
is,
why it's a crime? Yeah.
He must have smuggled the thing in. Like if somebody sees that also in
Bro,
I don't think people
your
know it's a
local security
yeah.
officer is looking for, you know what? He
Yeah.
has no idea about your philosophies.
yeah.
I can write Parsis only in India or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, you have
Yeah.
a great idea.
Yeah. It's odd that he wrote in Arabic, but still.
But the
Yeah, it's
point
not
is,
bad.
did he buy a regular
And in
ticket or a
Ahmedabad,
black
everybody
ticket?
speaks Arabic. No, I'm sure.
The point
In the
is, did he
Bharuch
buy
area,
a
they do, yeah.
regular ticket or a black ticket is the point.
Wow, Puneet.
That's an interesting question about the crowd where they're
No,
like,
this,
oh, why
this
is
question
the
is
crowd?
equal to when the serial murderer is caught for not having a license while driving. It's exactly that. And I'm glad that we bring it up in court. 32 murders, but let's put him in for 3 days.
Kasab is booked for ticketless traveling.
Yes, yes, traveling. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the crowd as a whole has been criticized, saying that they
But
were
is it
not
really
behind the team.
125,000? Because by the time he brought up his 100, it looked more like 25,000. I just felt they were just, what's happening? Where's my crowd?
That's a very typically football thing to do.
But
Where when,
you know what
when the
see-
home team is losing, no, they'll do a shot in
Yeah,
the 85th minute
yeah.
of like, oh, the crowd is
But
already walking
85th
out.
minute, if you look at it proportionately, you're looking at the last few seconds of. But this is like, there's still a lot to go. The 100 runs to play, etc.
Yeah, but did you
57
see the bowling attack at that time, Says?
Ah,
Come
but
on,
I mean,
like, are you
really?
saying that?
I mean, I understand it's
Yeah.
Navratri and everybody's gone for Garba or something, but there's no reason to go
No,
on a
no.
Sunday evening like
But
that.
they have
My
a
mom
work
was
on Monday,
judging by
no?
Huh?
My mom was judging by the opposite building because
Huh.
you can see everybody's living room. No,
Yeah.
everybody kept switching to Indian Idol one after the other. तो
Yeah.
मुझे हार गया क्या बोला हाँ हो गया मुझे
Yeah.
दिख रहा है वहाँ
Ah,
because everybody
Okay.
given up at home also.
okay.
And we could hear I don't know in your colonies and lanes if you can hear, we can hear the other people's reactions also sometimes.
Yeah.
So you hear the oh, especially if you're watching the telecast on the digital, you're
Mm.
1 second behind or 5 seconds, one
Mm.
ball behind basically.
Mm.
So you always know what's happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Because there's
Yeah.
then
that happened to me in the 2011 World Cup. I was at work and
at work.
yeah,
You're a comedian.
no, I was working at that time.
Like what?
So there was like this giant
No, what?
projector that
There
they
was no McDonald's in 2011.
No,
What the hell were you
just-
doing? Sri, come on. It's not right.
I was,
What work?
I was.
Are you an activist like the Palestinian guy? Is that what you activist?
Yeah, you
Huh?
just spit and put on. You want mayonnaise?
Yeah. Save the mayonnaise. Huh.
So they put up a giant projector at work for throughout the World Cup. And in the final ball before, and Dhoni's won it that moment. Before that, some people were already listening to it on the radio. And
so you
there
heard
they
that.
knew. Yeah,
Ah.
that,
So you missed that moment.
yeah,
It's like
I mean,
premature ejaculation. a bit,
yeah,
no?
yeah.
You
it's,
sort of when
yeah,
you wanted to come, you had already
Yeah,
come. And,
yeah.
Sorry,
But do
Puneet.
you buy that theory that because the tickets are so expensive, only the rich fuckers are coming to the matches?
I feel they are
don't-
allowed to be as silent as you want. When you paid that much, they paid like 1
But rich or
lakh
poor,
so, man.
what I love about Indian
So-
sportsmanship is when the opposition does well, there's no clapping.
Yeah, none at all.
No, not for the
None at
4,
all.
not for the 6, not for the 50,
None
not
at
for the
all.
100,
Nothing.
not for a
When
great
the
delivery.
opposition does well, both are losing. The Indian players are getting abused, and the opposition players
No,
are getting
I
abused.
thought
And the bookies also. Let's
And-
not
no,
forget.
bookies
them.
always. They,
no, I think if I remember, I think Rohit Sharma clapped a couple of times for Travis Head, which was great.
when Travis had got
Because at
out,
least our
Kohli was
players, were,
clapping
yeah,
and stuff.
exactly.
Yeah,
Our players showed some respect.
yeah.
So they had some fans at the
Yeah.
end of the day. But I also saw, and I want the government to take action.
Mm.
3 brown skinned people who look like us wearing Australian shirts.
Mm.
2 things. 1, how can they do that? 2, why wasn't I there?
They stole your job, huh?
But for
Uh,
Pakistan, I understand that even Australia you can't support or what? Like just wear a t-shirt is illegal.
See, when I was 10 years old, I would support West Indies openly. No problem.
Yeah.
They all laugh at me.
It's
and say, "Ha, ha,
different
ha."
times, yeah.
And I remember taking my son when he was 8, 9 years old to a Mumbai Indians versus Punjab match, and he was a Punjab supporter because Brett Lee was in Punjab.
Mm.
So you know how to explain the dynamics to
Mm.
anyone. So the whole crowd at Brabant Stadium is going,
Mm.
wicket fell,
Mm.
Tendulkar out. Mikhail Bocha goes, yeah! Fuckers turned to me with death in their eyes.
That is not
But they
done.
saw it was a kid
That
and
is not
it was
done.
cute and whatever. But
No, then they judged you. If fathers
No,
like,
they were okay, because-
raise kids like these, then
these guys are a little off center. We got away.
Yeah.
But like he says, if it was a Pakistani player that Shoaib Akhtar got a wicket and we screamed,
Yeah.
then which we did. I mean, the couple of panelists that we had are no longer with us because of their pro-Pakistan views.
Yeah, Harsha Bogli is Indian.
Yeah,
He's
Ayaz
almost not
Memon.
with us.
Yeah.
But okay, so that wraps up all the
You
cricket
were great.
talk.
You were spectacular.
thank you.
Thanks for everything.
Thank you. Well done. Great World Cup.
The people who will appreciate good cricket, says Samir, won't bear the abuse that is Indian stadiums. Not clear
that's
what.
like 2 people in the stadium, Samir,
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
125k. So
Yeah, it's like the Andrew Simon's monkey thing. I was there when they did it. They were South Bombay boys who did it.
He means the total,
Rich kids who were doing it. This whole monkey thing to Andrew Simon's.
Cyrus, he means the overall experience of
Yeah.
attending a match.
Yeah.
The long lines, the security, the heat.
No, I don't want to throw this up and all the time because I'm a huge fan of Tamil culture, honestly. Chennai, when Wasim Akram's team in 2004, I think, Sachin scored 136 when he lost the match by a few runs towards the end.
and they'd won the series.
He gave a
They
standing
wrapped the
ovation to the
series.
Pakistanis. It's
Yeah.
the only crowd that has done that. And Wasim
But
Akram
that's
on his
Chennai,
book has
no?
That's
mentioned.
because
No, if one crowd can do it, show respect for the opposition.
That
Why
is
can't-
because as,
Education, Cyrus, the answer is right
no,
there.
I'm
It's
saying as
Chennai.
Chennaites, we basically want to get the fuck out of India. So it doesn't matter if it's Pakistan or
Listen,
USA.
next time there's a
yeah.
match in Chepauk, get your shirt, get your pant, get your flag, and be there.
Yeah.
All right, or get that guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's freelancing.
It is
Get that guy, same guy. Yeah.
okay. Sam says Wankhede should have hosted the final.
Sunny Mohan says Chennai crowd is world class. But I'm sorry to say, if Chennai can do it, I still don't understand why we can't enjoy. Yeah, you clap and whatever, but at the end of the day, you salute the players who played well.
The only people Chennai won't clap for is someone from UP. Everyone else we will. Okay, yeah.
So when Surya Kumar,
yeah,
who's UP Maharashtra,
just don't speak in Hindi and we'll clap for
so
you.
we have 2 Yadavs in the team,
Yeah.
and I don't mean Elvish.
Yeah.
And so you're saying they won't clap if they get hundreds and left armour gets 5 wickets, Kuldeep?
They will, but it'll be like, they will clap. They will
What
clap
have you done?
80%
We've
less.
just put the Chennai crowd in August, and now you're trying to bring them down into anti-nationals.
No.
You sound like the center.
I'm Chennai partly, I guess. I don't know,
He's
but,
not a practical
1999.
cameraman.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Sunny, you're right. 1999.
which is
When the 136.
oh yeah.
He and
99 is Kumble
Yeah.
10 wicket. No, in the third. No, that's 2001. Huh.
That's later.
Yeah.
But the main point is that I think it was 15 runs or 16 runs at the end when we lost by a very close game. And the crowd was, you should have been heartbroken. Unlike this game where we finally got
But
hammered.
we aren't that close
No, I'm saying
to
that after
sin
being
in
heartbroken
Pakistan
and
when the
being
partition
emotional,
happened.
They took a round of honor. Wasim and gang took a round of honor. They were
Yeah.
giving a clap. And they
Yeah.
were giving a clap because they appreciated the match. It was a
Yeah.
great sporting. And that's so
They
sad
were
that
all
nobody cares.
anti-nationals. We just didn't know it back then.
Right.
They should have all been in jail.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Fair
If
enough,
Salin
yeah.
becomes the next PM, I'll call him and tell him about you, Puni. And you'll have to translate. No, actually, they all speak good
Very
English. So
badly,
yeah. Okay.
That's
Uh,
a good segue to the next story.
Which one do you want to talk about?
The great state of UP has
the-
banned halal products.
Okay.
Oh, I read that. Is that true?
Yeah, I read US.
I can't understand.
I mean, US has banned.
US UP में क्या फर्क है भाई? It's a normal mistake. Yeah.
Go on. Thoughts?
So I thought.
No, first, let's get our data right. Let's just see what the story says.
It is a huge problem with the data. That's why. So basically,
That's
they banned halal products in medicinal halal
Oh,
products. Where it's
what does that mean?
difficult to
No, I think
differentiate.
Like when you have no money,
nobody can
you
use
eat mutton.
a lot. Okay, 2 things in the story. Of course, the headline is sensation that they've banned halal products, which
Yeah.
is not the case. They're saying that in medicinal products, where a lot of animal fat is used, and very difficult to distinguish in terms of labeling in medicine products. So they've said, in order to smoothen this process because of a huge headache, let's just sort of ban the sale and just, purchase of animal
I read
medicinal
that
just
all products में halal allowed
and
in
no, and
Guys,
then the
just hold.
secondary
I have to
part of
just
the
do a VO.
story,
This part of the program brought to you by Patanjali. And go.
and the secondary part of it is that there's a halal board that certifies all this, and they say that there's some claim of corruption against them. And stuff.
There are many boards now. I think
Yeah,
it's become
so-
like a cottage industry.
Yeah, so it
So
is.
see, this
So
is-
they become that's a case of like bribery and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you know that.
So it's
and being in the pharma industry, Puneet, you would have known that is not something
No,
which is.
I told you, she spells it FARMER. It's totally different. And can I just, this is a problem we have because of the internet more than
Yeah,
anything
it's
else. I
very
think.
sensational.
You see the 1 3-worder,
Yeah,
and the 3-worder
that's
hits your
about
head,
it. Yeah.
and you forward it.
Yeah.
Because everyone has told me
Exactly,
about this.
exactly.
You're the first person to give me the second part of the story.
Hmm.
Most people will say, UP is going out of
But
control.
I read the story. It said although I think can they ban in one state? Like we are not.
No,
You
because
could
it
have-
comes as
federal,
no, it comes as a state policy.
State
So each
policy
state has
होगा,
its own
yeah.
policy for.
Yeah, in food and drugs.
For
Now
example,
one company
we-
will not
One
produced
state-
separately for one state.
It's the same as how like beef is not allowed in some.
Or weed is allowed in. I'm not saying Himachal, but there are states. I'm
Yeah,
told.
But packaging,
Yeah.
the problem is you manufacture for the entire country. Now for UP, not
No.
gonna make
The
separate chips.
manufacturer, local manufacturer is.
It is.
the
It's
law.
that who's
It's
that
about not
guy?
who is sending it to? It's
Who's that
who's making it.
Assamese Congress leader who said that great quote where for BJP in UP cow is mummy, but in Assam cow is yummy. You know, like so that's a sort of like it's how it is.
I think we should have ended the show on the Chennai crowd. It was a
Yeah.
nice positive
I
thing.
didn't say this.
And now
This
unnecessarily.
is the BJ that Congress leader is my local train. Okay, he said this. Yeah. So not me.
And you were coming in
yeah.
from the Chennai Express. So yeah, it's
And
fine.
so
It's fair
many
enough.
beef shops in Shillong also. There's also BJP. State.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
so it's all again. So depends on state to state. But
By the way,
which
is this podcast halal certified?
we no.
No, not
We
sure.
don't know.
I only had
Yeah.
green tea so far, so
Yeah,
I think
We don't know. I
Wait till he
mean,
sees the bill. Green tea कहाँ से आता है? UP से?
I mean, I am planning to go to Hajj next week, but that's about it.
Oh, Harvespa says, "Bhai, those Insta idiots were that's us, guys, were dancing and making reels. People have forgotten the art of sitting and appreciating the game." True.
I feel when you see, it's easy for us to say because we our cost to company is 199 rupees per month on Hotstar.
But you know,
When you paid 70 grand, you feel that your team is lost.
when you watch Liverpool Man City,
I feel
on
when you
Saturday,
paid.
no, I just
there was no match this
it's 90
weekend, but-
minutes, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying here for the whole game, I watched every ball almost.
Mhm.
I think every ball except when I peed and it took too long because my peeing whole style is like the third way, fourth wicket partnership. It just took a long time. So I watched the whole game. So I can understand some people feeling a sense of frustration because kitna time, but you feel mehnat
I
kiya.
feel,
Unfortunately,
if you
we
personally
feel
ask
that
me,
we were the 12th man. Literally.
personally, if you paid for like first class seats, you're allowed to throw 2 bottles.
One sec.
That's my view.
I have a friend, they're
Yeah.
rich, of course, very well off,
Hmm.
but their cost of company is close to 2 lakhs, okay? Because they spent
Oh.
2 nights in Ahmedabad, in a
Yes.
5-star hotel,
Yes.
and the tickets for 4 people, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
So, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then you don't win or don't even come
And
close
on
to
the
winning.
other
So
hand, we
there's a
have
little-
Puneet, who has a house right next to the stadium in
Yeah.
Ahmedabad, and
Yeah.
he's traveling in the Mumbai local train.
Yeah. And what is the house called? Because we know what the stadium's called, but
I'm afraid the broker has given it to some Airbnb guy without telling
Come to the
me.
mic. Come to the
Yeah,
mic.
yeah.
I'm afraid the broker has given the house to some Airbnb.
so that is how that Palestinian supporter came into the whole mix. Now we figured out everything.
Oh,
Thanks,
fuck.
Puneet. You leftists, you're the bottom of all this. And we me and Shreya are slightly right leaning and look at a more balanced
Yes.
view when it comes to Arab
Yes.
Israel politics. And
Yes.
so unfortunately, we
And
cannot endorse this.
It's the and hence this podcast
Yeah.
left hand right hand
Yeah.
combination. That's
right,
what we are
right.
going.
Which is also our sex life. Separately, of course. We don't even share hands. Yeah.
But
Alright.
okay, on the news of like sensationalist headlines, it's the same with like Biden, right? He said this thing that they had meet Biden and Mr. 11 Xi
Yeah.
Jinping. They had a meeting in the US
Yeah.
and they had talks, and their talks was nice and progressive. They said, and then after that,
But he made the statement there only, no?
yeah,
The
in
second
the,
statement.
after
In a
that, he
few
made a
hours.
statement saying that
But while he's still in China.
no, the talks happened in the US.
Oh, sorry. The talks, but while Xi Jinping and him were
Yeah.
together, still
Yeah,
he made the
just
He
second
was
after the
supposed to
meeting,
say
yeah.
it in the meeting itself, but being Biden, he
No.
remembered later.
That's what again. So he probably didn't. He said basically what he said in the talk is that, hey, you know what? He's still a dictator, and I consider him to be a dictator. Right? That's the headline news. Of course, he might have said that he dictates well. Like just or a drinks maker. It's
Or
Biden.
he's a dick.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think he
Yeah,
meant,
whatever,
He
yeah.
meant to say translator.
Translator,
because,
something. Yeah,
got it
it's
wrong.
Biden. Yeah.
But Kiran, just go to Kiran's coffee story. Can you just? I think we've superseded that a little.
Worst coffee I ever had yesterday was at Namo Stadium. The walk from parking takes an eternity. The security checks take another hour.
So all this really pisses you off. I'm saying.
exactly.
And then
Kiran, I hope you threw bottles back.
you
You
bad
deserve
enough,
it.
bad enough for a football match. But imagine
Yeah.
you're sitting for 7 hours plus.
Yes.
8-9 hours, you come early.
Overall, it's like 13
It's a
hours.
full
you're
day at
doing,
work.
Yeah. It's more than that.
And
It's
people mol-
overtime.
and
Full
people
day
molest
plus
you.
overtime. Yeah.
This is like my work.
Yeah.
You know,
And considering they have to go the next day to their actual job.
yeah, and do it all over
All
again.
over again. It's
For less
just
money.
insane. Yeah. Oh, way less money. In fact, they worked hard for that one day. And that one day disappoints you.
That
Then,
area
Okay,
is
Shweta
full
saying nice
down.
one, Cyrus. I have no idea what she's talking about. Both the kids are not mine. God, how many times have we said
do a Clinton. No, I swear I had no
that?
sexual
Yeah.
relationships with that
I
woman.
never touched her. Oh, actually, she touched him.
Yeah.
But then it doesn't
It
work that
depends.
way.
You don't know.
I mean, what are the Justice who's over the whole thing is a bit of a naughty guy.
Yes.
He's like, I'm oral sex. Jane do.
Which endeared him to the American people. Hey, if the president don't get a handy in the Oval Office, then who does? Like just
And
sort of,
all he had to do is tell the electorate, wink, wink. I'm one of you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a serial cheater just like me.
Yeah. Just sort of, if you can't be president and can't get a blowjob in the White House, then what else could you be president for? Yeah, that's the sort of.
When Chepauk meets Washington, I don't know what to say. Yeah.
I think if you
But,
play a saxophone, you can get away with
But
murder.
did you all see the act in the middle? There was that performance. I don't know. I put it
Dua
on-
Lipa, was it? That's the one you're
I
talking
don't know.
about?
No,
I put it on mute. So I'm just
There
asking
is
you.
a Bua Lipa also who sings in Bihari.
There was a group of different people sang, not just one.
Mhm.
I don't know if there was a foreigner. Dua Lipa is from America, right?
No,
Where's she from? I have no idea.
Dua Lipa is, I guess.
No, I've seen her in some
American,
TikTok, but
even her know much.
See,
It's not my generation.
she's the kind of, without being sexist, kind of people I'm more interested in looking at than
this is
hearing.
more like, I don't know who.
It's like Madonna.
Ayushi's domain, yeah.
Madonna's best work is in Penthouse, not on any album.
Mm.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I'm
Yeah.
talking from the 80s perspective.
That Casa Bonita song is nice, man. Like,
Really? Next word, Papa
Isla
Don't Preach?
Bonita, whatever
Oh,
that. Yeah, it's a nice song. Yeah. But
This is like a building name in
It's-
Sakinaka.
it is now.
It's
very-
one thing to support India in a final, but this is too much. I draw the line here.
But again, the Biden headline. Sorry, interestingly, he was asked, okay, do you still feel that this guy, what he does is dictatorial? He's like, yeah, what happens? He's considering he's the head of the communist state and he's a dictator that way, then he's a dictator.
Well, they
It's not that
don't
he
call themselves.
went off.
They don't
the rails,
exactly
yeah.
say communists anymore.
Yeah,
And by the way,
No, but he said
they're the most
communist,
capitalist society for the last 10,000 years.
pretty much.
You look at the Chinese legacy.
Yeah.
I mean, they've always had a thriving business
They've
community,
always had little
export,
fingers,
import,
so
everything.
you always want to make
So
microprocessors.
racist because of the guy.
It's not it's skillful.
Because of the Chinese-Australian guy who came with his pro-Palestinian message and caused the fourth wicket partnership to endure even longer.
Yeah.
They said, we'll bat longer after this.
Yeah.
Everyone's like,
just-
out.
And that fourth wicket partnership
See,
really
I-
is a number on Cyrus. I feel like
What do you-
he's just sort of-
For me, I just want to be in that commentary box like a fly on the wall to see how they react. Because the producer will say, don't say anything.
Yes.
How can you not say anything
Yeah.
when 7, 8, 10 seconds? you're
Yeah,
showing a
suddenly they're
montage
like,
of crowd
suddenly
audio.
they're like, it's such a
Something happened.
beautiful day
Yeah.
here in the Motera
Yeah.
Stadium.
And then suddenly, they cut to the veg food on service was really interesting. For enough.
Oh, that's Kiran from Cyrus Says.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Hey. I listen to Kiran a lot. Yeah. That's how they started talking.
Okay, Kiran's worst food, overpriced as hell, crowd with zero passion. Oh my God, he's angry. Too
Yeah,
many folks
yeah.
without knowledge of cricket.
Yeah.
Talk about the Brahmanization of India. And
Kiran-
that DJ
Kiran-
kept on playing Garbas. Kiran O'Leary.
Kiran,
Mulligan.
like we always say, it could have been
Kiran
way,
Smith.
Kiran, it could have been way worse. It could have been the 2007 World Cup and you could have been Bob Woolmer murdered. But hey, no, right? So
Or India murdered by Bangladesh. Even worse, yeah.
Hey, Garba songs are good for spin
almost
bowling.
murdered by
Right?
Bermuda. That's, yeah.
Yeah, lost a couple early on
Lost a
that
couple
one as well.
early, yeah.
Fourth wicket partnership there. This time. Super.
Cyrus Garba song is good for spin bowling. No?
Well, I suppose at the end,
It is,
Kuldeep Yadav's left
It is good for Harbhajan type run up, I would say, but not like.
arm. No, I would suggest that he use the other arm.
Yeah.
After some time.
Yeah, and the slap also goes with the.
My God.
Hey, Star
Look at
Wars
Rishi.
goes, Yeah.
Wait, which joke made Rishi go berserk?
Yeah.
He's urinating in his pants behind
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. In fact, that's
Which anti-India sentiment made you so happy? Rishi, tell us properly, na, Baba? What's going on?
But Kiran was there in person in the ground.
Kiran in person.
Kiran
Kiran
is
very
very
rich,
rich,
man.
very rich.
He owns half of Uttarakhand.
His driver has an Audi.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
But
Yeah.
isn't he from Odisha or something? You're not allowed to be rich there. No?
Uttarakhand?
I don't know, but some say his surname is Murray.
Oh, okay.
no.
The Kiran. Is it the wicketkeeper Kiran More? Who
Yeah,
knows?
no.
Well.
Who's also actually Baroda based.
Baroda-
Right.
oh,
Well
yeah.
done, well done.
That Baroda has given us back-to-back keepers.
Vadodara. Are you
Kiran More
anti-national?
and Mongia is
Mongia
Can't say
also.
also.
Baroda anymore.
Mongia is also Baroda, right?
Mongia, Punjabi descent, Gujarati. These are the best stories of India.
Wow.
Yeah, because they
Baroda
also
had two back-to-back keepers, both bang average.
yeah, and they would stand back to back everywhere.
But in
It's
the
odd because
Canadian
Baroda is a great
cricket
city,
league
yeah.
also had wicket keeper
Hey,
surprisingly.
why Shweta Singh laugh out loud? Puneet, you should dance more. Is there some dance that we didn't see?
Puni did a dance.
Where?
A dance in
It was
front.
the-
of Cyrus,
it was
you
the
missed it. See,
Where?
in all the
Can you
look
show
at
it?
the comments, you
Was that
now,
Rishi's
Cyrus,
laughing?
now you have to. Now you're put in this awkward position where you have to look at your own podcast once you go home. Damn it! Just for that moment.
I didn't know they
think he
actually
had bought the
broadcast
membership.
it, you know. I thought it's just like practice.
Cyrus,
Huh?
he thinks Cyrus has the membership of this podcast.
By the way, Ranveer Badia,
Yeah.
or whatever his name is being nominated as the Indian of the Year by my ex-channel CNN, whatever it's called,
Huh.
2018.
Wow.
He
Yeah.
is wow. That reflects more on how much CNN has fallen.
It's between-
They called everyone. Amit Shah, we want to make
Yeah.
you the Indian of the Year. Like
Yeah.
not interested.
Yeah. So-
CNN. Then they
But even
finally, like,
Ranveer has not said yes.
yeah.
Don't push it, brother.
Who is this? I think you're next after that in the list.
No,
Maybe.
I was just hoping to be an anchor. But every year I try, but they call Mandira.
It'll be great. They call Puneet. Hey, Puneet, trying to make you the Indian of the Year.
If they call Puneet, they'll give him the left podium. That's for sure.
I'll go with the nationality social.
I want to
construct.
see the Garba dance. Can we see the Garba
No,
dance?
Nah, it's
Oh,
gone. Now you
it's
have to
gone.
book a.
But he was dressed in Garba finally.
Who? No, right now in the podcast in front of us.
But I'm watching the screen. When did he do
No.
He barely listens. वो दिखेगा कैसे?
this? Oh, Puneet, with due respect,
Damn.
you don't have large breasts and a nice figure. So what am I supposed to look
Fair
at?
enough. Fair enough.
Come
Okay.
on,
We'll go through
do it
one.
again, please. My fault.
Can't.
I'm a
You
natural
guy, he
runner-up,
doesn't do
like,
requests. He's not Nikhil Chinappa. He doesn't do requests. Yeah.
He's himself. He's a Gujarati Sindhi, so he actually has a good Garba gene. Come on,
He
show
does,
us, show
He
us.
does. He does.
Bol.
हाँ? हो गया अभी.
That's another reason why Puneet.
Do you want
hates-
an extra danda? Is that it?
That's another reason why he
Take out your
hates
stick.
Modi, because the Gujarati side of him was the one part that he loved, and
Yeah.
Modi came and ruined it. You know,
Yeah,
like so. Yeah.
You know, he just like the old name Motera. It's just over that. Just
See,
name.
as
Motera
long
is a
as my
great
flat ka price goes up, I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But who bought it? The Chinese, Palestinian, Australian fellow. Yeah. Huh.
Okay. Last story. Apparently, there's a Bangalorean. This is a stupid story. The Bangalorean guy who instead of using
Rohit
a
Atre
helmet,
is saying when they give him the will they call
Yes, Rohit.
Ranveer beer biceps or by his real name? This is a very. I think we should ponder over this for a
Yeah.
little while.
No, the
should.
bigger question is once he accepts the award, again he will say कि हिलाने का नहीं. That's the message to all Indians.
And he'll use the award to explain his point. Stop it. Back to your story. I'm so sorry. to
No.
interrupt. I realize how infantile we are.
we can
Every time we interrupt, it should be.
that story is stupid. So we can bitch about Ranveer
I think
Alabadia
we
for a
should be
while.
in government in some
We
country.
should.
if not
He is
sure.
in the government, no part of
Who?
Ranveer.
No, so I was saying we three should be.
Okay,
in the
four of
government.
us. You want him to?
Okay, fine. If you want him, yeah. If you want someone to nod vigorously on the side for no reason, yeah.
Prayagraj, yeah.
Yeah, we could do that. It's a week that wasn't from now on, according to sources. Wow, really?
They already have half of our staff, so might as well.
What? Wait, the week that wasn't continue keeps the property. What?
They own the rights, so I can't do anything to that. I wish I could, but no. See,
Are
we
they
were
using
young.
it?
When we came up with all these people young, nobody fought for copyright in 2006.
Come on,
We've
Cyrus.
never heard of
You-
that.
You coming from a lawyer family, I expected more.
Yeah, but my dad and I weren't talking. No, that time. He was suing me for something. Yeah.
And
Manpreet
representing
is
you
naming me as the Parsi of the Century nomination.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, nice.
I will accept this
I
award.
would say greatest ever after Cyrus.
And also, in case I outlive the rest.
Yeah.
You never know. Yeah.
After Darius, I think you are the
Yeah.
next best. The King Darius.
Yeah.
You are the
Thanks
other.
for clarifying. Not
Not
you know,
just
not
random Darius.
Banaji.
Yeah,
Correct,
not that.
correct.
Not that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's third.
Your
though.
knowledge of Parsi history is better than your Tamil history. Huh?
Thank you.
I think from now on your name has to be changed. Sriram, your new name is Shapur.
Prayagraj,
You're Shapur from today.
Pram Tam.
Yeah.
Call him Sapur. Sapur ji. Who is beer biceps? Is he legal in Gujarat?
Well done, Ruben. Well done.
Ruben, yeah.
Yes, he's Char's biceps in Gujarat. Yes. Okay, no, he's Amra's biceps. Okay, huh. But that wraps up all the stories. Let's go to the AMAs.
What?
Good show, guys. Good show.
Thanks, bro.
I mean,
Like I say, dude, always at the top of the show, so no one can criticize us about it not being a good
Hey,
show.
you had one story left, right? Something.
okay, there was a Bangalorean guy. He was riding.
Yeah.
He was riding on his bike. He didn't have a helmet, so he put up a brown paper bag as a helmet. That's the story.
Well, Sunil Gavaskar didn't have a helmet and he wore some ridiculous plastic thing. With Malcolm Marshall moving 100 miles per hour. You know,
Between facing Joel Gardner and Bangalore traffic.
Yeah.
Bangalore traffic
Come
is
on.
way-
And if it's good enough for Gavaskar, who are
Yeah.
we to talk then?
That's the whole story. And apparently, Gavaskar was thankful that he didn't wear that helmet because apparently that helmet was so badly designed.
It would have gone into his skull if the ball. This
No,
the
it
plastic
doesn't.
fragments would have
Basically,
gone in.
yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
localize this thing, right? So,
But see, he didn't travel by train in those days because he
Yes.
became a star then.
yes.
Otherwise, Puneet's people would have told him. Boss,
have you seen the Thelka documentary where they do the match fixing expose?
Yeah.
And
The Manoj Pravakar one.
yeah,
no?
yeah.
Of course, I was part of it.
Yeah, so Sunil Gavaskar, no,
Uh.
she had this vibe that okay, I got a flat in Worli for all my cricketing careers. I
Correct.
hate this Azharuddin guy.
Uh.
He got 8 in Worli.
Why
That's the
you?
undertone.
This whole show's been an anti-Hazard rant
Sorry.
from you,
I
and I
don't
will
know.
not accept it.
I am a
For me,
huge,
any cricketer who's played before
I am a
1990 is a
huge-
saint.
I am a huge Azhar fan.
Boss.
If anything, I want to be like him both on and off the field.
You're talking about Azhar Mahmood,
No,
the all-rounder.
Azhar Mahmood was good.
Very
Okay,
good. Speaks perfect
Yeah.
English.
Really?
Yeah, very
Not
odd.
a fair few, fair few.
Such a misfit.
Yeah, good bowling action. Azhar Mahmood.
nice guy.
Cool. Chalo, AMAs, nothing about the Bangalore guy, then that's about it.
You heard about Wasim Akram and that Hassan Raja. Did you watch their show, The Pavilion?
No,
the
they've been
Urdu
doing the
show.
rounds though. They're,
I watched it. It's great.
Okay,
It's the best show. I really love watching
What
it.
show?
what did he say? This is the,
Is
So
it
they've
not
got
their
podcast?
post World
Hassan
Cup.
Raza was that guy who was the youngest Pakistani batsman and played a few games.
Yeah.
The one who, I think Dravid didn't recognize
But
in the
is
elevator.
Shahid Afridi still the youngest?
No. That's a whole
Hassan,
joke now.
Hassan,
Yeah.
But now nobody knows who's really the youngest
Yeah.
because of the verification issue.
Yeah.
But this guy was supposed to be like 16, 17.
Yeah,
Just
I
a
know.
little more
Hassan
than
Raza, yeah,
you
yeah,
remember,
Okay,
Huge
yeah.
hype.
So he's the one who's made all these comments about the balls, special balls were given to Indians and
Mm.
pitches being doctored, etc.,
Mm,
etc.
mm.
So they'll be going after them.
Acha, because they lost the finals.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Okay,
No, because India's doing so well.
See, that is the
before
greatest
before the final.
solace that-
Before
that-
the final, all this has come.
That's the greatest solace that we as Indian fans have, is that no matter how bad things are, there's always a Pakistani YouTube channel we can go to and abuse them. So
And in the case of the left like me, we can also praise the Pavilion, which is
Yes.
the Wasim show, which is
Yes.
also Pakistani.
Yes.
So 1-1.
yeah,
The world is safe.
Hey, is it true that Ponting said something like this proves that the game won and the mafia of cricket did not win? And something
mafia,
like
but the BCCI is the mafia of cricket. So you
Oh, he
know.
meant that.
Yeah.
Tongue in cheek. Oh,
Yeah.
again, I got thrown off the scent because
That
of
is
your
what I'm
match
saying.
fixing
See,
stuff.
that's the biggest coping
But
mechanism.
listen, can I just say something?
Hmm.
Sorry. And that is that they hate us. now.
Who?
Because of
The
the power
Aussies,
of the
right?
BCCI.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
Every single other board hates
Yeah.
us because
Look,
they
I'm
have no
glad
power.
that they took the Kohinoor, we took cricket away.
Yeah,
from
yeah.
them.
We took
That's-
cricket away from everyone. So, the
Yeah.
cricket lover in Australia.
We are going to make cricket the basketball of our sport. Only Indians get to play. There'll be a few Cambodians here and there.
Imagine when Michael Holding started bowling, the
Yeah.
Indian batsman was scared to come in front of the stumps.
Yes.
And now poor Michael
And
Holding can't get a
he's
broadcasting
scared
job
to hold
without
a mic.
BCCI
He's
saying,
scared to hold a mic.
Michael,
Yeah.
you first come and do
Yeah.
Aarti Puja here,
Yeah.
do Garba,
Yeah.
then we let you go.
But then if you do Aarti Puja and do Garba like Chris Gale, you can get an ad
Yeah.
for Kamla Pasand.
Yeah.
That's the
What's wrong with it?
what nothing
I'll
wrong.
do Kamla Pasand
Nothing
tomorrow for less money than Chris Gale.
wrong. Nothing
Yeah,
wrong.
don't say that.
I will spit Kamla
Yeah.
Pasand on my parents. if
I'm
they gave
sick
me
of all
money.
these
Yeah.
people saying, look at beer
Yeah.
biceps. He openly endorses beer. This is the way to do it.
Used
should
to
not back
apparently.
off from
Now
all
he
this.
doesn't.
I think the foreign players like us no, because they make more money here,
100%.
obviously.
We Max
Maybe he's Bengali and he's trying to say bear. Bear you go.
Bear
So it's bear bicep.
Bear
Bear
bicep.
bicep.
Bear biceps.
Bicep.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Let's go to the linguist.
Okay, yes. AMAs, we always go to the AMAs, I feel, after you make a Bengali
No, we always
pun.
start the AMA and don't go there. For me, it's like my lovemaking.
Okay.
Oh.
These are hand-picked questions by Rishi.
Handpicked.
You can
That's
get
because
the-
Spurge, as producers, never to. I don't know.
No.
He's
I
not
think
even
it's,
here.
it's the other
So
way.
look at my luck. We worked with Decent
it's-
was in almost 17 years, guys.
Yes.
Kunal was supposed to be the director, but he's never there.
Kunal does it
Now we
directly.
have a producer for the podcast. He's never there either. Is it me?
Yeah.
What?
No, how? I think I don't know about Kunal, but Sparsh, what he's done is there's a first layer of question that Sparsh approves, which you
Yeah.
can directly
Yeah.
send to him with
Yeah.
100 rupees on Google Pay.
Hmm.
Then it comes to Rishi with an additional 200 rupees on Google Pay, and then you get your
Here it
question
is.
featured.
Yes,
Okay, I can't see anything. Can you make it?
Ricky Ponting on Fox Cricket. This is a win of justice against cricket,
cricket.
mafia. Your money and your power is still not winning World Cups for you. How
Wow.
embarrassing. Ponting.
Fair
owned-
comment.
This is
Bit rude, but fair.
But I get
Fair.
the second part of it. You know, when they say Ponting owned India and the BCCI,
Yeah.
that's the internet these days.
Yeah.
X destroys.
Yeah.
But since Guju's
It's
run
just
it,
sort of
they will
like
take it as a
how-
compliment only.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Ponting owned. Okay. fine.
Kiran says Brahmin captains cannot win a World Cup for India. This is a good point to end with. Why is it that when we give Brahmins a proper responsibility, they screw it up? Ganguly, Rohit Sharma, in between Dhoni and Rajput was fantastic. All
Yeah,
good.
okay,
Yeah, he's
fine.
Rajput.
Okay.
Descent. Don't argue.
I don't know. Fine, man. I don't know, man.
You don't care.
Personally, as I don't see caste.
Let me say, as a Brahmin
because
myself, I don't see.
the toss coin doesn't see caste, guys. Okay,
bro,
it only
bro.
sees a head and a tail.
Bro. See.
So that way it's
That's-
upper
that's
and lower
because-
caste, but okay.
That's because we are basically outcasts.
Yeah,
You and me. So
yeah,
it doesn't really matter, does it?
just,
But
we are outcast in that no one wants to.
So-
Yeah.
So
Chaudhary took
Rohit Sharma, Virat, some of the greatest white ball players the world has ever seen. There's no doubt about that. Will never win a World Cup because
Never.
36, 35,
Never.
maybe even Bumrah will not get another crack. He's almost 30. So I doubt it.
Maybe they
Yeah.
can come back with the Undertaker, just for that World Cup.
Is this part of the stand-up? Because, bro, I don't know what to do.
But yeah,
the
it's just
judges
sort of-
are judging. Look at that
Only
face.
Puneet
Look at that
referred to the
face.
one sport that
Yeah.
he religiously follows, which is
and
wrestling. Yeah.
a reference from my time. So how sweet of him to include me finally after the Garba thing went flat for me. Yeah. Undertaker. I know. I remember. Yeah.
Puneet, can you dance how Undertaker
Hey,
would
guys.
dance to the Garba?
Puneet, were there two Undertakers in the end? Like
Yes.
the second guy played the character. Yeah. So what was that story?
There was one storyline where there were two, and then one.
There was a third, which was the fake Undertaker that Akshay Kumar cast as well in his
So
movie.
technically, can you say the Undertaker was like there was an
Undertook-
overtaker
Yeah, Overtaker.
for the Undertaker? Because like then this no mass, Roberto Duran, no mass.
Someone overtook the Undertaker. Yes.
Anyway, on Saturday, this
Yes.
while we're recording this in the third week of November,
Hmm.
on Saturday is the big magnum opus between Man City. I've been told by the Man City expert
And
and Liverpool.
Liverpool, Man City.
And,
this
so when
weekend,
Man City
very good
loses
match.
horribly, it's going to be fun. We'll show that Rishi's there.
It's actually shaping
The
up.
bugger didn't say anything about India
Can I-
losing. India losing to Australia. Kuch nahi. At moment I said in Man City, he's taking his pants off. And
Can I
everything.
just say on that note, if you because India lost, this is a great year to follow every other sport aside from cricket.
Where India doesn't take
Premier
part.
League shaping
Where
up
India is
great.
not taking part.
Yeah, Premier
pressure
League
nahi
shaping
hai.
up great. The
Yeah.
NBA season fantastic this year. I'm telling you, just
There's hockey also.
Pro Kabaddi League starts in 2
Can't
weeks.
wait.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Beautiful sport again.
Yeah.
The original Indian
The
sport.
same protester has been lined up. They'll all tackle him together.
Yeah. But then that's the average Haryani.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you.
What if in the middle of the kabaddi match suddenly KL Rahul and Virat Kohli say we'll bat now? Last one. No mass.
No. That
No ball.
I'm saying that fourth innings partnership is your therapy session. You need to go
Can you
through
imagine you're making love the first time or whatever, and suddenly when you stop, no man.
No. Yeah. It
Because
is,
the
yeah.
memory comes back.
Yeah, suddenly like
Yeah.
Rekha, your Rekha walks in here.
Rahul hit it out of the park.
No, the Rekha.
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 No,
Yeah,
Rekha,
your
the Rekha, the love
The
of your
Rekha.
life, Rekha walks
just
into the
love of
studios
India.
and you're like, and she's like, Cyrus, let's have sex right now. And you get
No,
down to suddenly
No,
like
this is not even fiction. This is rubbish. This is not even fantasy. Fantasy must have some element of truth. There's not a Rekha in the world.
but then suddenly that fourth
There
wicket
is
partnership
not
comes
a
up. And like,
Rekha.
not now.
There's
fourth
no
wicket
Rekha in the
partnership.
world who would ever say this. There's no woman in the world who will ever say this to me. So stop that. Maybe Puneet. Puneet's got those lingering looks.
Puneet doing Garba.
This is the
In-
most
in-
cricket I've discussed
In the,
my
woman, in
life.
the woman section of the train,
Yeah.
which he never tells us about, where he's not allowed,
Where he
he
sneaks
creates a
into-
train reaction.
Where he till today does that. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
women's compartment. I didn't know.
He,
Yeah.
he
yeah.
does garba without hands. There, I've seen that nonsense.
Yeah, I'm a feminist, by the way.
Okay.
What?
AMAs, guys. Where
Still,
more?
we didn't do an AMA.
Huh?
You said AMA 5 times and nothing happened.
Now we are doing it finally.
Jeez.
Where more?
This is like the 5-year project. Yeah. Coming soon.
AMA Cyrus, you live 6 days a week.
7.
I'm a beginner. 7. There's the first.
Yeah.
I'm a beginner who gets started by lifting 6 days in a week.
Did you remember my pain yesterday?
Huh?
Yesterday? They had the Navy run. You see, every weekend there's a run
Yeah.
where people make money
Mm.
and idiots run.
Oh yeah.
And
yesterday was a
every
marathon,
weekend
yeah,
in South Bombay they close the Bombay Gym in Azad Maidan.
Yeah.
So I can't go anywhere. It's all
Yeah.
against me. This whole city is against me.
And yet you go 7
Even in
days a week.
Thane, when there's a marathon, they shut Azad Maidan because they'll be finishing there. It's just not fair. Yeah. So I had to go to the.
that's
So I
just
had to
the-
go to another gym. Anyway,
That's
cut a long
just
story
the
short.
average underpaid
I broke my-
worker at the Bombay Stock
You'd be
Exchange.
great, happy to know my stiff like a deadlift. At 52, I broke my PR.
Mm.
Yeah, I did about 360 for one.
Wow.
Yeah.
You,
I did 340 for 3 actually.
Uh-huh.
And then I did 360 for 1, but I felt pain everywhere, spine and all that.
but
Because-
you fucking. I
Not
remember
bad
you
for my.
mentioning
And I'm
340.
only 86,
You
just
mentioned-
under.
You mentioned 340 like I think 4 months ago something.
No, that's for conventional. Conventional, I can do more. This is
Uh-huh.
stiff like a deadlift. Yeah, where you don't bend your knees too much.
Which is
slightly.
also known as
Is
slip
that
disc,
sorry?
right?
Is
That's
that
the-
good for your like? Are you doing it
Why
purely
you,
out of?
what happened to your
this thing?
comedy? Now you're concerned like my dad.
No, yeah,
Ask
but
all these questions like,
except
beta, tum
no,
kya karta, beta?
what? You're one of only 3 people I'm concerned for.
Who are the
Puneet
other
is
two?
the other one.
Okay, Jesus is gone. So who's the third one?
Damn it, that's about it. Yeah. Okay. So there's your answer, Weber. 7 days a week. No.
But let's talk about this for a second before we get into the weightlifting. Which is, why are these marathons? There's some money making thing. No one.
There
why?
is a money making
Because
thing.
everyone's doing it.
Yeah.
Delhi, Calcutta, everywhere. You go there 30, they've mushroomed into 2,000. It's an epidemic.
Yeah.
The government has to stop it. They
Yeah.
see another marathon, they have to arrest everyone running.
What I
Immediately.
It's all
don't
these
get is all
corporate
these-
employees, no, who have bad health and now they want to cure it.
That is
One
one.
That is the second part. The point is they buy these expensive entry
Yeah,
things
that's how
and
it
you
is.
feed it to an
Bibs, yeah.
NGO
Yeah.
and part
Yeah.
of that money will go there
Yes,
so it's tax
yes, that's how it
rebatable.
is, yeah.
And then
They buy
everybody's
all the
happy.
equipment and the
Papa,
shoes. Then they
If
will
you get
start.
free
That
permissions
is
for
from the
everything,
runner's side. You're saying
Yeah.
from the organizer
why
side
are we
or
doing
side?
comedy? Let's organize a marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can call it if you want IVM marathon. Nobody cares really
Run
about
for
names.
Cyrus.
Just need a tight shirt which doesn't fit you and you run.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the pitch invader can lead the way.
Yeah. But he can, yeah, exactly.
That'd be great.
But who'll catch up with him? Not our
I
cricket
mean,
team.
yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
All right, sorry.
Just don't let him inside.
70s,
the
I'm a
hospital.
beginner. Let me talk.
Ah.
Puneet, what's your advice to the guy?
Yeah.
So there are many ways to skin a cat, yeah.
I think
You can go Mike Mensa way and work out 45
4
minutes.
days is enough.
2
You
days
don't want
a
to enjoy
week.
yourself. You have a life. You have a job to do.
No. I don't think the thinking is wrong. Be positive, be powerful, be strong,
Yeah.
be robust, believe in yourself
Do
and go
twice
lift
a day, all 7 days.
weights. Don't stop lifting.
Yes.
24,
24 hours.
like the NDTV
We will
slogan
say
says,
joke,
24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sleep disc is conspiracy. Does not happen.
That is, yeah. It's, yeah.
Oh, 16 December, Shweta says to tell everybody,
Yes.
meet and greet Ricketts.
Ricketts,
is from-
Ricketts.
if you wait for him, you won't have
We are
Ricketts.
doing an exclusive Ricketts meet. Come to the Ricketts meet on the 16th of
Hey,
December.
don't be mean. She's the only supporter we
We are
have.
celebrating both the independence of Bangladesh.
Yeah, what I like,
and,
is when she wrote Siya, Shweta wrote CYA.
Yeah.
So I read it as Yeah.
Yeah, but Shweta has an important on 16 December on Bombay. There's a
That's
meet and
right.
greet that is
At-
being organized.
11 or 12 in the morning.
Yeah, because Cyrus goes to bed
Naveen-
early. And
He's Jain, not that way.
yeah,
Hey, the
He's,
RSS used to take care of the mornings. Now
he goes by Australian time. So 5 o'clock Australian time roughly. When they start drinking, Cyrus will be there
Yeah.
as well.
But
And,
you're not there.
I'm not there.
Where the fuck are you going?
I have a friend's wedding to attend. Which
You
you know what I've realized, which I may not attend, depression permitting. You know, like
Are you
and
serious? At 11 in the morning?
No, not here. I have to go to Delhi. So
But Delhi's just there, yeah.
Hmm.
You can take a 4 o'clock flight.
I might dig the Firozshah Kotla pitch.
Yeah, it's not called that
Old-time
anymore. It's
stay.
Arun Jaitley Stadium.
Oh yeah.
Named after one of our famous cricketer.
Cricketers, yes, Arun Jaitley, yeah.
You know, in India.
Yes, yeah.
and even he's no more.
And he didn't want the name. He's a nice guy. He didn't want the name. They forced it, the sycophants. And poor Bishan Singh
Yes,
Bedi,
some-
no stadium. You know, Gautam Gambhir, no stadium.
This is also
Mansoor Ali
Gautam
Khan
Gambhir
Pataudi,
is
no
too
stadium.
young
They're
to
all
have a
Delhi.
stadium.
I'm saying
Yeah.
you got Virendra Sehwag, you got all these greats.
Mansoor Ali
Nothing.
Khan Pataudi is Delhi. right?
Delhi. I mean, he owns land everywhere because
Yeah.
Haryana is the
Who?
main
Yeah.
thing.
Mansoor Ali.
Pataudi is in Haryana, but they also come from Bhopal on his mother's side. So he
Yeah.
owned how big
The
houses.
Pataudi family is Haryanvi?
So the land Pataudi is in Haryana. Because when we were shooting that film 99, she was
Uh-huh.
taking us to see it. But I wanted to work out. So I went back to the gym. Because it was evening time. But Kunal came over and I was like, yo, bro. I felt betrayed. I didn't know he was having an affair with her. So because he worked out every evening with me post 12 hours of shooting.
Ah.
It's quite good that way. He was quite zealous and competitive and nice.
Hmm.
And then suddenly this one day he ditches me. So we finish on time. We are back in by 7. I mean, all tired and all. Take
Hmm.
pre-workout, jump to the gym. You know, Suha says, let's go and visit her place and all.
Hmm.
So I said, what does that mean?
Hmm.
What is the lure?
Hmm.
To go and see somebody's house.
Mm.
I mean, seriously. I mean, what is,
Hmm.
you know, I'm 75.
And you didn't see this through at that time that Kunal is trying to put out.
I was so angry. I didn't even go for the wedding, which they didn't call me for.
Okay. Next AMA from Harvesh. Hello all. I think Travis Head's cash did significant damage than the runs he scored. Your thoughts? Shifting sports. A word on Novak Djokovic winning the record 7th ATP Finals title in Turin.
But he lost one game. Did he lose to Senna before that?
I haven't followed tennis
He
in a
did.
while, but
They made a big deal out of it.
Mhm.
They still make a big deal if he loses. You know, it's
Mm.
more important.
Yeah.
If he loses, it's like badminton. Badminton got out for 0. It would be headlines. Nobody
Mm.
cared after some time.
Mm.
He's making runs all the time. So
Yeah.
I don't know. The Djokovic story will continue for another year. Maybe I don't think more than that. What do you
yeah,
think?
I think his age will give
2 more Grand
yeah,
Slams
2 more.
possible?
No, I think
Max?
it's
Four?
hard courts. I still feel he's undefeatable.
So US Open, which is 1 year away.
He has Australians as well, no?
Australian, I'm saying he'll get. The
Yeah.
US Open,
US Open also, I feel. And he'll do another
that's
Australian.
almost 12 months.
I think. And he can win. Also, Wimbledon and French, he still has. He's not like a complete dud there.
Puneet, are you doing a Naveen? Okay.
He's
It's called doing a Naveen.
He's not a complete dud in clay and
No, it's not
grass.
that. Age has to catch up with you at some point.
It will, but I think he'll do
You're
one.
assuming
two
that he's
years.
Do you think the Prime Minister will take the position?
Who's there to challenge him? You
The Prime
tell me.
Minister turns 75 in September. Does he continue as Prime Minister if they win 2024? So you're sure about Djokovic,
I
but you can't
feel-
name the Prime Minister.
I feel with the Prime Minister, you would literally have to.
1 second. He's also good on hard courts, right? You were saying?
I was saying he's not even human, so it's okay.
So continue forever. Like
Yeah.
Jinping.
you
Jinping,
would have to. You
Jinping
would have
changed
to
the terminology, no? It's called forever. That's
Yeah.
fabulous.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So
The,
nice.
And they said
the Prime
Putin
Minister,
is-
I think he'll be the first Prime Minister to rule
Can I say
from a
something really bad?
cryogenized.
Can I say something really
Sen.
bad which I heard in the train?
Please go for
But in
it.
Biden's case, forever may not even mean the term, no? sorry. There's a train guy, the bunty on the train.
Wait, you're saying
What do you
Djokovic has a better chance of winning a Grand Slam?
Yeah,
than
yeah.
Biden?
And it all ends at the US anyway, in a sense. Yeah, okay. Let's move on.
Okay, fine. Rohit has a question on a serious note. What should Team India do to win an ICC trophy?
What?
We already solved that,
We already
no,
won the
Rohit?
biggest
Yeah.
ICC trophy called the IPL. We don't have to worry about all this. No?
We own cricket, so why do we have to do the
Take all the good
trophies?
players
Yeah.
of Australia, New Zealand, whatever you feel are dangerous, put them in the IPL and break their
See,
bones
it's like
slowly.
you know how the US basketball team, right? In the
Yeah.
Olympics, while they might dominate and
Yeah.
they'll win most Olympic
The
gold
dream
medals,
team.
yeah, the dream team. Then they have the redeem team
Yeah,
because the
yeah.
team in between
Same
lost
team.
to Argentina.
Yeah.
But once in a while, you have to allow the other teams to have hope, so that those countries are also interested in playing the sport.
What would you say to people, uncles who will come up to you and say, Dekho bhai, 10 match to jeeta na?
Huh.
When they start that conversation like that, what would be your... I'm sure you're going to get that.
Again,
from your
I'll go
friends.
back. It
So what
could
would
be
you say?
way worse.
Yeah.
It could have been 2007. It could have been Bob Woolmord. I love that World Cup.
That's not clear. That story is so
other sports, no, in their biggest tournament. What's the controversy?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Player got injured.
Yeah.
Someone here must have slapped the other person.
No, in tennis,
Here
it's
the head
in
coach
tennis,
got
it's always
murdered.
sexist
Someone
comments that the women aren't getting paid enough and all
or
that.
someone backstabs,
Yeah.
stabs the
Oh, no,
player.
Monica
Yeah.
Seles.
Yeah, so stabs the tennis
Was
player.
that the same guy? And Ahmedabad who came on the... No, this is a different guy. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
But we had a cricket World Cup where we made a true crime show out of it. Which other sports gives you that?
Okay, Harvespas agreed
Munich
with me.
Olympics, maybe.
Cyrus, he lost the first match to Sinha in the group stage, so I was right because that became headlines.
Yeah.
And he lost, but then he beat him in the
Now
final.
he-
Ramanathan or somebody
It is.
corrected me.
It's a tennis version of Johnny Sins.
Oh, sorry. Bro, we need to do a separate sports
Sorry, yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Because what happens is
Puneet
becomes-
only
it's like racism.
WWE.
We presume everybody's interested.
Yes.
This is too
Yes.
much
Yes.
sports for
Yeah,
any podcast.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey,
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm going on to beer
It's
and
about Cyrus.
I'm going
Cyrus
on
is a
beer.
sporting Guy.
I'm going on beer and the bicep. I feel I'll be more appreciated. I'll go there, yaar.
I don't think he is closer to Puneet that way. He only
Hey,
was-
Puneet, you're going on beer and bicep?
No. I'm saying Ranveer Alabadia is closer to Puneet also. I don't think he follows any sports.
Dude, just Google
He
it.
will follow whatever sport.
Can we start Tahir and triceps? just
That's what I'm saying. We had a whole thing. Someone
Bicep
should
is
do
only
a-
1/3
someone
of the
should
arm.
do a-
Tricep is 2/3 of the arm.
No,
It's simple common knowledge.
someone should do a beer biceps name generator,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
basically one body part in one beverage.
Yeah,
like
you know everything.
yeah, just like
Douglas and Deltoid.
Yeah. chest and chest,
Huh?
chest, chest.
Gory and
yeah.
glutes.
Yeah,
Hey, Gory and glutes sounds great.
Alliterative,
Man,
alliterative,
I
yeah.
want Gory and glutes. That's
Yeah,
our new show.
yeah,
Look at
yeah.
this horny
Gola
bastard.
and guts.
Look at the
yes.
Man City champ behind me.
Yeah.
Gory and glutes again. He's gone berserk. What a pervert! I mean,
You're looking at gym body, but yeah. that's
beer and
fine.
bicep
Yeah,
kuch
yeah.
de. Tire and tricep kuch
Yeah,
de.
yeah.
Gory and
Hey,
glutes and his
protein shake and pecs. Like that's like a
what the? That's killed it
no?
for me.
Okay, sorry, no.
That's
It
too
should be alcoholic beverage.
No, any beverage is fine.
too analytical.
You know,
yeah.
like
You're too analytical.
It has to be an
Bro,
alcoholic.
you're too analytical. Don't
Fine.
make me say it third time.
Okay, fine.
Okay,
Okay,
alright.
cool. That's about it. Oh, one last AMA
Yeah.
from Sam. Puneet train blast के बाद कैसा लगा था using the trains, or did you stop?
There was never an option on
अच्छा.
Oh.
Mumbai spirit.
It's Mumbai spirit. It's not majburi. It's always
No,
Mumbai
it's always
spirit.
Mumbai
People
spirit,
misunderstand. There's no desperation or
Nothing at
hopelessness.
all.
It's purely the powerful, positive energy of the
Bombay.
male
Yes.
Mumbaikar, not the female, who can
No.
get up and catch
See,
the
when you're
train.
part of the crowd in the train, no, you don't really feel like you're an individual. You're part of the community, so you can take one for
So
the
this is the
team.
communism of India through
Yes,
trains.
yes, through poverty.
What a fantastic
Only
piece of
you
philosophy.
can
But communism comes
philosophize
from
a
poverty.
train ride. Like when you're part of the train, you feel like you're
But
part
can you
of a
imagine
community.
Sitaram
It's a
Yechuri,
kibbutz,
who's a big fan of our show? Sitaram, if you're listening, the answer to saving or bringing back the Communist Party of India and the Communist parties of India is to get on the train.
Yes.
Because it's already there, 50%
Yes.
communists already.
Yeah.
Even yesterday, the tweet I put out from Radha station only. Because I felt like it.
Really?
The iska pitch invader wala.
You sort of make it seem as though there's going to be a memorial
You know,
erected in your name at the other
Sriram,
station.
as Puneet becomes
This is the place where Puneet tweeted.
as Puneet becomes the greatest of all time for my money, I will enjoy the geographical location more.
Yes.
His
It's
point will
like
be about
additional trivia that you can give.
we'll be bringing down the establishment one by one with various beautiful quotes and very pointed and your
It's that.
but where it comes from is going to touch
what
my
is that
soul.
place in town where Gandhi stayed in, which no one goes to, but is a memorial?
Hilton. I apologize. I don't know. I'm not. I forget now.
Arey, what's that place in next to your Malabar?
Sabarmati.
It's okay. Give up.
Arey, what's that place in town in Bombay where
What are you next to? Like I own all of South Bombay.
Mondegas. No.
Okay, but stop it. Are we done? What's the story here?
No.
Why is Ramanathan talking about Narangi nudes?
One plug I'm doing.
Money
Gandu and
Bhavan,
boobs.
that's the one. Money
Okay,
Bhavan.
this is for our show.
Huh.
Gandu and Boob says something. I mean, I can't do that. It's a horrible show.
This is okay. Yeah, horrible show. But
one plug before we leave.
yes, anything to promote?
Ghazal and Guftugu.
Yeah.
It should be G-U-Z-Z-L-E.
Ghazal
and
Ghazal and Guftugu. Yeah. But Guftugu is not a body part, not to be pedantic. Yeah.
But your mouth is the main part of that. So he's got a point.
Okay,
far
on
away.
the periphery,
sort of,
yeah.
The way Javed says it is very much part of the body.
The way?
Guftugu.
Did Javed Akhtar spit on you?
And it was the best moment of my life.
Oddly, he wasn't even saying anything. He was like, hello, Cyrus, and then he spat on you, like, just for no reason. Unwanted.
He was clicking his finger. Are we doing anything? Isn't
Yes.
Puneet the Osho of Kandivali, Shweta? This is a good point. They think of you as the man who opened Kandivali to the rest of the world.
Yes.
It was because
Yes.
you forget
Kandivali
Mumbai.
is Puneet's Koregaon Park.
No, as you guys know, we have a far-reaching audience from Toronto to Teen Batti, and to use a phrase. And Kandivali was not known to a lot of people. We have a lot of people in the north and south who listen to the show. They have no idea.
There's
thanks to him.
There's someone who cleared IIM, went to Harvard,
got a job at
seven-figure
Wall
salary Street in New
at the
York,
age of 27.
Manhattan.
Yeah.
That person, humble beginnings somewhere in like Chhattisgarh,
Yeah.
didn't know about Kandivali, and Puneet
Are you
came and
comparing
said,
the whole state of Chhattisgarh with Kandivali? Because now I'm bothered.
No.
Population wise is the same, but
What I like about you is that you've taken Kandivali East and made it more glamorous than Kandivali West, which is fantastic.
Insane.
Which means just like the British, you can spin anything.
There is no Malabar Hill East or West. Why is that?
No, it's just like a big rectum.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
A huge. May I Guftugu you more on this?
The Malabar.
We may need to guzzle over this one, bro.
okay. Shweta is doing the plug for me.
Yes,
It's the same show.
Yeah.
What
We
is
saw
it?
Fresh Violence together on Saturday. It's a nice special. Do catch it in your city, Shweta. Fresh Violence. That's the name of the show. Fresh Violence.
Yeah, it's a new term.
Fresh Violence. Like Zepto delivered violence.
It's also a recurring thought, which is important.
Yes.
Because,
Yes.
it's like the tomorrow's game, which is also going to be fresh.
So this is about it's about all the mob lynchings and
It's about everything in
a
India.
deep dive into the honor killings.
Shweta says, I spent
it's-
Diwali with Puneet doing satsang.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, we had a Diwali satsang online. Me and just 10 anti-nationals
Mm.
Wow.
over a Zoom call.
Mm.
New
Okay.
new joke.
Did you say anti-nationals or internationals?
Both. It's
Both.
one and the same.
He's
Yes,
in Kerala,
yes.
so it's international.
Yeah, okay. So as far as you're far away from.
Fair enough.
And this new show, Fresh Violence, I'm doing it in Gurgaon and Delhi this weekend.
What a place to do fresh violence in Gurgaon. Of course.
And who will turn up?
It's like saying,
Isme kya
like,
खास बात है?
yeah, it's like
fresh
saying,
violence.
yeah,
It's Gurgaon.
yeah.
Sorry, change the name
It's
to
like
peace.
it's like saying my
Try
new
peace.
show,
Try
my new
peace.
show, Intellectual
Yeah.
Masturbation.
Yeah.
I'm doing it in
Yeah.
Bengal, in Calcutta. Yes.
Or you can say free
yeah.
women.
Yeah.
As in women को आजादी
In
दे.
Saudi Arabia.
नहीं, women को आजादी दे.
My
because
new
it's
show,
free
Free Women,
women.
in
Speaking of
Saudi Arabia.
Sparsh's come is
Yeah.
upset. Sparsh's come.
Yeah.
There's a man with a woman's hair.
Yeah,
Which is all
Sparsh is
okay.
coming to end the show. He's Cyrus and Sparsh. Before the show, they're fighting, and during the show, they're making out
It's
and
a
all.
very
It's a very
Spotify thing to do,
love-hate,
actually.
We are
love-hate.
looking, guys. We are looking for a shampoo and conditioner sponsor.
Mm.
So I'm the shampoo guy. He's the conditioner guy. Come
Mm.
show your ball.
Beautiful. Sparsh is also going to be there. He wasn't there.
Will you shut up? The show's over. You're going on.
Sparsh wasn't there. The podcast event, so he might
16
be
December,
at the-
11 o'clock, no?
Yeah,
Some odd time.
11. Early
11.
drinking. We start drinking at 11.
No, we
and,
drink from the night before. To
the
get through
night before.
the show, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
and that's about it. Shout out to Rishi as well. We never give him a shout
Okay,
out. So
let's remove him from the visual.
and
Yeah. Rishi's
Rishi
gone.
cut the feed. Yeah, let's end it.